SEO. So you might have known this abbreviation very well. Search engine optimization. Okay. So we learned web design, like website designing, right? So you learn how to design, how to create some pages, how to create some posts, and also how to design. But how to put something in that, like how to write content in that. So that all the things we're gonna have in this SEO. So what is this SEO normally? Search engine optimization. Okay. So what is the purpose of having a website simply? What is the purpose of having a website? You designed it very beautifully. So tell me your ultimate requirement.
To attract clients or customers.
Yes, right. So the thing is to reach out your customers, right? So how you are reaching? So now till now we just finished a website designing. We haven't started any kind of marketing till now. So from here your digital marketing is going to start. So this is the first module like SEO. Right. So simply SEO means it's just a medium where I'm going to use to reach out my customers. That's it. So before getting into this complete observation, like abbreviation, let me just show you what is this search engine. So what is search engine first of all? So do we have a Google, Yahoo, Bing, right? So we have a many search engines, right? But throughout the world, if we can see the graph, so 90% of people use Google, and that too if I can see in India, so people only knows what is Google, only few percent knows Yahoo and Bing. So mostly uneducated people are also trying to use this Google only. Got it, right? So that is the reason I'm taking this Google as my medium, and I'm trying to reach out my customers through Google. That is what simply search engine optimization. Okay, so let me just show you now. Here, let me search one thing like a laptop. Okay, so if I search for the keyword called laptops, and Google is trying to show me the exact laptop thing. So how Google is coming, how Google knows what exactly I'm searching for. Okay, and how exactly Google is giving me only laptop results only. Now if I go and search with a Sushant Singh Rajput dog. So it is showing me only the news about that dog, Sushant Singh Rajput dog. So why? How Google is knowing these all things? How exactly it is showing me the precise result? So that is what we're gonna learn. See here. So now we are concentrating on a Google, and let me see. Let me show you. When I search for a thing called laptops, few things coming on top. So Flipkart, Amazon, Reliance Digital.in. What is this Flipkart, Amazon, and Reliance Digital.in? What are these? Hmm?
Online portals,
These
e-commerce
are simply
websites.
websites,
Yeah.
right? Yes, website. So now you can see all the results in the form of websites only. If I click this result, I'll be redirected to a respective website. If I click the second result, I'll be redirected to a respective website. So that means all the results are in the form of websites only. Got it. So now you people might have started some different web designs, and also might have started something about like college and all, and Rafi has started some real estate business. So you have some idea on that. Yes, this is what I'm going to start. So now you should prepare well to reach out your customers also. So that is what. So here, let us say that if Flipkart is on top now, let us say Flipkart is somewhere else at the 100th position. Will anyone reach out to him?
No.
No.
No, right? So now which result will be having a most chance of getting clicks now?
First page.
First page.
First result. So it is a first result, right? So and the second result, mostly if we are more into research kind of thing, so we will be clicking on top 5, so up to top 10 also sometimes. So would you mind going to second pages, third pages?
Yeah.
Not usually.
Okay, rare cases. Out of 100%, how much percentage you can give for the second page and third pages?
5% maybe.
5%. For third page, 2%. Let us
Yes.
say if my website is somewhere else in the 10th page, will anyone visit my website? No.
No, not usually.
Not even rare cases also I can say. It's completely 0%. Then what is the point of creating that beautiful website? You have done everything, installed a very good plugins, you have a contact, everything fine. But you're not reaching to customers, right? So that is what we hear SEO. So SEO means simply I am trying to impress a Google. Okay. I'm trying to impress a Google to be on top, to make my website on top. So let us say that you have started an e-commerce website that is recording laptops only. So now Flipkart is on top. Now you just done SEO in just one day, and you have put all your laptops and you give all titles and price tags you give, and SEO is done. So can you make the website on top in just one day?
No.
No.
No, right? See here, Flipkart. When it is started, Flipkart.
Maybe a few years back.
Right. So from those many years, they were trying to create SEO. They were doing from past 60 years, 6 years they were doing SEO, and now you just came and you have done one day for SEO, and you just want to make that up, and you just want to beat a Flipkart. Is that possible for you in just
No.
one day? No,
No.
right? So you have to remember one thing with SEO is a consistent process, so persistence. So you have to maintain some consistency, right? So this is what simply optimizing your website for a search engine called Google to improve the rankings of your website so that people can visit your site. This is what simply search engine optimization. Now let us show you how this Google works, how exactly Google is showing you these results only, exactly how exactly Google is finding that intention of a people who is searching for. Okay, that is what how Google works. Okay, so here it is an SERP. What is meant by SERP?
Mm, search engine.
Ranking something.
Result page.
Search engine result page. Okay, so now here whatever you are trying to see in a page of a Google. Now this is a page of a Google, and here you can see results, right? This is called search engine results page. Okay. So normally the structure of the structure of SERP depends on the query we search. Now, if I search with the laptops, it is showing me some sponsored images on top, and then it is showing me some SEO results. And if I search for Sushant Singh, so it was showing me some videos, right? So, and if I search with a best shampoo to use for dry hair, so what it is showing me now? So it is
Again,
showing me now the list. Okay. So the structure of SERP depends on the query that user searches. Sometimes it shows videos, sometimes it shows YouTube videos, sometimes it shows the list, sometimes it shows the direct SEO results, sometimes it shows the ads, sometimes it shows the snippets also, structure snippets kinds of. So this is the kind of difference. The varies. The SERP structure varies. So if an interviewer asks you about the structure of SERP, so tell him that it varies. Earlier, there is no difference between SERP from queries to queries. So now Google has bought up. It has a many updates, and that is the reason it is trying to give us exact things. Okay, so that is the reason your SERP structure is not constant. It is going to change for each and every query. Okay, so now this is what SERP. Now when I search for anything, any kinds of queries, so here it will show you the result. So normally we call this thing as a query, right? Like best shampoo to use hair, or a laptop, or Sushant Singh. So those are queries. But in digital marketing language, we call it as a keyword. Okay, so do remember it as a keyword. Right. So now Google is showing you some result. How exactly it is going to give you results is, first of all, it indexes. Okay, indexing. First thing is scrolling and then indexing. Then rankings. First of all, what is this indexing? Let me show you. Sorry, crawling. What is crawling? Let me show you. This is a Google bots, let us assume. So directly, Google means directly Google won't go to the each and every website. So Google will send the robots, or we call them as a spiders, and we do call them as a crawlers. Okay, and that complete process is called spidering. So first of all, Google will send a robots. Now let us say that this is a Rafi's website and it is a Sumit website. It's a Google bot. Let us say that both people have a same niche called real estate. They were, doing some business on real estate. Okay, tell me what would be your best keyword, relevant keyword? Anyone?
Real estate first.
Real estate. So real estate means many things will come up. So any exact keyword kind of?
Buy or sell plots.
Buy or sell plots. Okay. Okay, fine. So both people have a same niche. They are running same business. Now let us say that, so Google will reach out to each and every website. So whoever website has been hosted, okay, whoever has been linked up to the Google, so for each and every website Google will visit. Okay, so what it will do after visiting? So after visiting your site, Google will crawl your site. Crawl means completely collecting the data of your site. So now Googlebot visits to Rafi's website as well as it visits to Sumit website and it start crawling. Okay, so completely collect the data of Rafi's website and then Sumit website. Okay, so now it will collect each and everything, whatever the content they have, whatever the videos they have, like links. So everything it will collect. Collecting the data is simply called as crawling. Okay, the next process is called indexing. What is this indexing? So after collecting the data, it will set as per into a category. Okay, so now this Sumit website is all about real estate and Rafi's website is also real estate. Let me take like a Shanti's website. Shanti website is all about beauty blogs, let us assume. So will Google visit to Shanti's website as well? Is it going to visit?
Everyone's website.
Yes, everyone website. So Google visits Shanti's website also. So now what Google will do, Google will indexes all these three websites. That means set according to a category. So now in websites, we do have some categories, right? What is the meaning of categories?
Sections.
Okay, so why do we create a categories?
To segregate.
To segregate all the relevant information under some folder.
Hi,
Right?
ma'am. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Ripu. Hi. Right, to segregate all the relevant information. So now in my website I have a few folders like SEO, AdWords, and then digital marketing. So when I write a blog on SEO, I would like to segregate that blog under SEO folder, so that when someone click on that SEO folder, so that would be very easy for my user to see all the relevant information, right? Okay, so now let me just show you. This is just an example. Okay, it's a entertainment, shopping, entertainment, and what I can see here. Now let us say if I have a website on laptops, okay, Google will try to show under which category? Shopping category. Okay, so if I have a website under, so this is what segregating the website according to the category. let us say that I do have a one more. Okay. Now, if I have a blog on Sushant Singh, not let's say that Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, under which category?
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Okay. So again, under entertainment, we do have some kind of categories, subcategories, like, we will be having some news, politics, and then, we will be having some feelings
Movies.
and all. Okay. So let me go with the Sachin Tendulkar means it will comes under sports, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So again, under sports also we do have some subcategories, like we have a indoor and outdoor as well.
Mhm.
Okay, let me try to segregate indoor and outdoor. So again, tell me, Sachin Tendulkar blog will be stored under
Outdoor.
outdoor. So again, under outdoor also we do have some categories, subcategories. What are those?
Games, cricket, hockey, and all.
Yeah,
Okay,
all outdoor games.
okay. So let's say that hockey, cricket, and football. And next under which subcategory?
Cricket.
Cricket. So again, for cricket, many countries plays for cricket, right? So India, Pakistan, New Zealand. Okay. So I just named a few countries. So under which subcategory again?
India.
India, right? Right. So again, under India also we do have some cricket players
Great.
who plays for India. Got it? So yeah, I'm just segregating it like a Sachin, and then kind of thing. So finally, under Sachin, my blog will stop. So this is what, can you see subcategories: sports, indoor, outdoor, and then under outdoor again hockey, cricket, football, again under cricket. So many countries, again under India, Sachin. Okay, so this is what the segregation means. Now let us say what Google always try to tell you is that here, can you see the time it is taking to retrieve the information?
Yeah.
1.03 seconds. Okay. And if I search with a Sushant Singh, 0.84 seconds. And then laptops, 0.880 seconds. So why the time is different? Why?
Because maybe the web pages are more.
Web pages or more, right? So Google always try to say that it doesn't matter for me how many web pages are there. So it matters that under how many subcategories your website is stored. Okay, so if laptops is stored here, I can see that laptop is stored directly under shopping category. So again, under shopping also I'll be having some women's wear, men's wear, and kind of electronic devices. So under electronic devices my laptop will be stored. So the segregation is very small here. The segregation is only few things, right? The subcategories only few, whereas when comes to Sachin, the subcategories are more. So it takes some time for a Sachin Tendulkar. Why? Because it is stored under so many subcategories. So it doesn't care about the web pages. It every time cares about under how many subcategories the website has been stored. Okay, so according to that it takes some time. So now where it is storing the data? Where it is storing the data? It is storing the data in a indexing. That is what simply indexing we call it as, right? It is segregating the websites under each and every category, like same like we call it as a library. So in library also we do segregate a books, right? So physics, chemistry, social, economy. So in such way we will be segregating. The same here.
Index is simply the starting of a textbook. You get all the headings, right? Same
Yes,
thing.
same here. If you go and take the dictionary also, the dictionary also the formed in such a way that according to the alphabetical matter, right? So what you will do if I give you word like a search for a sophisticated. So what you will do first of all, you will take a letter of S and
Yes.
then O. So in such a way, it is very easy for the user to search for the complete letter, right? So to make it easier for a Google to retrieve the complete information for the user, so it uses the indexing. Okay, what indexing? Then after indexing, so it stores each and every website whoever have some content. The next process is called calculating relevancy. Now, calculating relevancy, so it does have a lot of factors. So how Google considers it as a relevant website. So we're gonna discuss it earlier. I'll just show you the overview now. So now I told you, right, Rafi and Sumit have a same niches. Okay. So first of all, what Google will do when someone searches for buy seller plots, so both people have to be wants to be on top, right? Both people are trying to do some SEO and all. They wants to be on top for that particular keyword. So now why Google is showing a Sumit website on top and why it is showing a Rafi's website in the second position? Why?
Because Sumit have good content and
That
also
is what
keywords.
relevancy. Okay, that is what
Yes.
relevancy. So then next it finds out the relevancy. So that means which website is more relevant for the user's query or user's keyword. So that website it automatically shows on top. So on what basis that Google is going to calculate relevancy and all that we're going to discuss in next classes. Right, so calculating relevancy. Okay. So finally, after calculating the relevancy, it gives a rankings for each and every website, either first or second or 100, 99 position. So it gives the positions here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right.
Chitra, this relevancy thing, I think it changes time to time based on the people who write up the query, I mean, like who write the keywords in the search engine.
Yes, yes. That all we're gonna discuss. Of course, we Google have a lot of updates. Okay. So according to the update, we have to update our website. Right. Now, what is the structure of SCRP? So, structure of SCRP varies. So, normally it has to show 10 results. Okay. So, 10 results. So, for one page, it will show 10 results. If it is showing you some ads, there are 4 ads on top and 3 ads at the bottom. This is the structure simply. Okay. Now, this is how Google works. Let me just show you the techniques of this SEO. So now let us show you how to do this SEO. We have to perform 3 kinds of techniques in SEO. That is on page. I told you, right? So Google will calculate the relevancy. So how it going to calculate means based on these 3 techniques. So how well you perform these 3 techniques based on those factors, Google will give you the relevancy factor, and based on that relevancy ranking, so it will place you on top. On page optimization, or else we can call it as a on page SEO, on site SEO, then off page SEO, then server side optimization, or else we can call it as a technical SEO. So if you follow these 3 techniques and if you maintain some consistency, then it is very easy to be on top. Okay, so what is this off page and on page? Let me just give you some overview. On page means whatever the optimization I'm trying to do within my website. 1 second. Whatever the optimization I'm trying to do within my website, that is called on-page optimization. So again, Google does have some factors where it can calculate the relevancy. The first thing is called meta title, meta description, and then headings, internal links, and then external links.
This is all on page.
Yes, image alls and italics. So these are the factors that Google will consider in your on-page optimization. Meta titles, descriptions, headings, internal links, external links, image alls and italics. Okay, so anyhow, we are not going to learn today how to write a content. So tomorrow I'll show you how to write a content and I'll show you where all these places present. Okay, then off-page optimization means simply you are trying to become very famous by getting a backlinks. Okay, simply I am trying to get some backlinks to my website. That is what off-page SEO. So technical SEO means I'm trying to be more perfect from my server side also. So not only on page and off page, you have to be more careful in your server side also. So you have to fix if there is any errors from your server side also. That is what simply technical SEO. Okay, so now these are the things you have to
Ma'am,
concentrate.
inbound and outbound is like that, yeah, internal and external.
That is called internals and external links, inbound and outbound links. Okay, and the next thing is called we should know. So you came to know that yes, these were the factors that Google considers. So we now let me just show you what are the things we should not do. Okay, so what happens if I do that process? That is what now whatever you are trying to do this on page, off page, or technical SEO, that comes under white hat SEO. Again, in SEO we do have two kinds of things: white hat SEO and black hat SEO.
So
So
on
white
page and off page comes under white hat, and technical.
no, on page, off page, technical, these three things comes under white hat. And black hat SEO means simply white hat SEO means the name implies only. So we are trying to satisfy the Google terms and conditions, and I am trying to impress the Google. So it is completely going in the right way. I'm not violating any kinds of conditions here. So black hat techniques means so we are doing some malpractices. Okay, so we are trying to cheat a Google, so violating the terms and conditions of a Google and trying to be on top. So why we are doing all this optimization? Just to be on top, right? So just to be on top. So that is the reason to be on top. So many people were doing some malpractices. That comes under black hat SEO. So now let me just show you what are the black hat technique that people use to follow to have a better rankings.
Is it still going on?
No. You should not do. It's
No,
restricted. Or
I mean, like, is it still going on in the market?
Google have come up with many options to overcome that disadvantages and all. So if you do all these things, what happen? Google will hit your website simply. So no one is going to practice this all black hat techniques. Okay, so first thing is that keyword stuffing. Stuffing and changing the color font. Font color and cloaking overlay pages, duplicate content. So let me show you each and everything with a simple example. Okay, so here Sumit started a website. His website is all about Sachin Tendulkar, let us assume. So he was trying to write a blog on Sachin Tendulkar. So how Google works is means so simply Google finds out the keyword. Okay, now you already told me right some keyword like buy seller plots. Okay, so you want to show up the website on top for that particular keyword. So what Google used to do is Google used to calculate how many times that keyword has been repeated. So if that particular website has been repeated the keywords many times, so it used to make that website on top. Why? Because if that website repeats that keyword more times means Google will think that yes, that website is a more relevant for the user's query. So Google used to make those kinds of websites on top. So after knowing this process, what Sumit has done is just to be on top, he tried stuffing the keywords only. Instead of writing the content, he tried stuffing the keywords. So let us say that, what is that? Buy, seller. So instead of writing the content and all, he just tried using the keyword only. Plots and all. Why he's doing this thing?
More number of
Duplicating
repeated
content.
keyword.
Yes, why? Because so Google will comes to his website and Google will think that acha, this person repeated this keyword many times, that means this website might be relevant to the user query. So Google is not an human being, right, to find out how it is. So it just works according to the artificial intelligence. So that is the reason this person is trying to cheat a Google. So now what happened if he writes a only keyword? Now let us see from a Google side as well as from the user's side. It is a Google now. So when Google visits this Sumit website, so Google will think that, acha, so this guy is working well, so he has a very good number of keywords, so I have to make this website on top. So what happens when user visits this website? What happens? Will he satisfies with the content?
No.
So only the keywords. There is no information he can found over there. So only the keywords. So finally, users bad experience here. Okay. So why the Google is now? So for whom the Google is working? Is it for the organizations or else for the users?
Users.
Users, right? So if user only facing some bad experience, then what is the point of showing the results? Right, so that is the reason. So many people have had advantage from this process. So Google have after some time, after some days, Google had recognized these all malpractices. So whoever have done the keyword stuffing, which website have a keyword stuffing, so that website it started punishing. Okay, Google started punishing these kinds of websites. So punishes means what it will do?
Block.
Block. Mm-hmm.
Block the websites, or they won't show the.
Decrease the rankings.
Yes, decrease the
Reduce
rankings.
the ranking.
Yeah, so it never give you the ranking, so it will decrease the rankings. Okay, so never ever do some keyword stuffing. Yes, of course it is important. Now let us say, let us assume that Sumit has
Maximum how many times you can use a keyword?
we cannot say that, so we have some keyword density tool checkup. Okay, so
Okay.
you can go with the density like a 4%. So if you have a more than 4% keyword, so definitely Google is going to calculate it as a keyword stuffing only. So your percentage has to be 4%. Depends on the words you use again. Okay, depends on the length of a content that comes under keyword frequency. Let me just show you now. Now Sumit has started one more process. So Sumit found that yes, Google is punishing when I use the keywords. So now this time he haven't used any keywords, no keywords. So without using the buy seller clause, he just wrote some information. So but what happens again?
User will
So
not
then
satisfied his work.
No,
okay,
it will
now
not come
when
up.
yes, it will not come
Then
up. Why?
will not
Because
come up.
then
Yes.
how Google will come to know this website is related to that particular keyword if he won't use any kinds of keywords. So here, what it is trying to say here, you have to use the keywords, but don't stuff the keywords. So it has to be matched with the sentence. So don't intentionally use the keywords. Okay, so according to the sentence formation, try to use the keywords. And I told you, right, this is the keyword density checker tool. So use this keyword density checker tool. If your keyword density is more than 4%, try to remove some keywords that you use in your list. Okay, so this is what one of the malpractices people used to follow.
I
Okay.
have a doubt. Yeah, we can
Yes.
use as many times we want if we have a relevant sentence, right?
Not key. See, again, I'm saying that keyword density checker tool. You have to check
Okay.
with that tool again.
We have to make
Okay.
relevant sentence, then check this keyword, right?
Yes, yes. So by using this tool, it will show you exactly how many times you use the keyword and whether it is good or bad to use that keywords many times. So if your content is having some 4% keyword density, it's fine. If it is a more than, you have to remove some keywords in your website. Okay.
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 How to
No,
check the percentage? That means 4%.
Keyword density checker
Oh,
tool.
the
I will
keyword density. Okay.
check it. It's a tool again. So here in the SEO is completely depends on tools only. Okay, we are going to have a one tool session also. So at that time, I'll show you how to use all these tools and all. Okay, and the next comes here, changing a font color. Okay, see, this is a very good malpractice. So now what people have done is, this is a one page, right? So let us assume it is Sumit again. So Sumit has started one more practice. He divided a one page into two sessions. Okay. So what happens on top section, he tried writing some keywords only. Okay. Seller codes. So now they have inserted all the keywords. So why they were inserting the keywords again?
Stuffing.
Stuffing, right? So now what they have done here on top section, he just inserted all the keywords. At the bottom section, he wrote a very good information. Fine. It is fine. So the top section, he changed the font color to a background color. So now what is my background color?
White.
White. And if I make this font color as a white, can any human being deduct this?
No.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. So now let us say when Google comes to this website, so Google will see that, yes, this website have a good number of keywords. Okay. And when user comes to this website, what happened? He can see the top section?
No.
So he cannot see the top section and he will be start reading from here. So whereas user here, he's satisfied with the content because as he wrote a good information, fine. But whereas Google, so he cheated both, right? He's cheating both Google as well as the user here. So by
But
changing
he's
the font,
satisfying both.
yes, by cheating. So here for Google, yes, it is a very good website as he repeated the keywords many times. Again, for the user, he's just providing good information. Good. So again, so if you change the font color to a background color, it is also a malpractices. Never ever change your font color to a background color. Okay. And again, Google has found these kinds of malpractices. Google started punishing the websites whoever done these malpractices. Okay, so this is one malpractice. The next thing is a cloaking. So you might have observed these kinds of techniques many times. So cloaking means, now here I have a good text. I have a good images. Next I can say something, everything like a good optimized, I have good optimized content I have. Here in this I have an irrelevant text. Relevant images, so everything which is irrelevant. So now what these people have done is that they created two pages. So one is for good text and one is for irrelevant text. So cloaking means simply showing a different content for the user and different content for the Google. So now, so for Google, they will show this good text, and for user, they will show this irrelevant text. Okay. So when someone clicks this, you might have faced these kinds of issues by seeing that header section of that URL. So you might be thinking that you will be redirected to some kinds of education website. After redirecting to that website, you might be facing some irrelevant text and all. Have you ever experienced these kinds of things?
Yes.
Yes, right. So that is what done with the help of cloaking. So whereas Google, so Google thought that it was a very good content, but what is the content they are showing to user? It's completely irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant for the user's query. So this is called cloaking, and it is the best malpractices you never should do. Okay, so never ever follow this cloaking. It is a very bad practices. Why? Because you are making users to feel very bad, so it's kind of bad experience from the user side. So if user always finds these kinds of irrelevant information from the Google end, so will anyone use a Google again?
No.
No, right? So if no one uses a Google again, it's a completely impact on a Google, right? Loss for a Google. So that is the reason Google started restricting the websites who have done this cloaking. Never ever do this cloaking, right? So showing one content for the user and other content for the Google. So this was a main, yes.
How is it possible? I mean, to show some.
Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. We have to do from the back end by choosing the cPanel, and we have to find out the IP addresses. Now, if you search for something, right? So Google will be having your IP address and your location. So that IP address we can find through our cPanel. So in the cPanel, by using htaccess, we can do this cloaking. We can do it.
Okay.
You want to do, Rafi?
No, I just want to learn how is it possible.
Yes, it's possible. Okay. So the next thing is doorway pages. Okay. So now doorway pages means, let us say this is an SCRP. So you know what is mean by SCRP, and this is a website. Now here there are a few results like 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 results are there. So you searched for one kind of keyword and you clicked on the first result and you redirected to this website. Okay. And you are not satisfied with this content and again you came back, and if you click the second result also, you've been to this website only. Have you ever experienced these kinds of thing?
No.
Clicking on the results and being to same website when you click on the second and third results also? No?
No.
Yeah. So this is called doorway pages. Many people will do these kinds of doorway pages. Why? Because now let us say the first result, when someone click on the first result and been to this website, and if he's clicking on the second result, means definitely he might not be satisfied with the first result, right? So why, again, why I want to show the same content which he is not satisfied with? Why? So that is what Google's problem. Now if a person is coming back from your website and clicking on the second result, means so something what missing here. So again you are sending that same person to a same website, it's not a good. So again, when he click on the third result also, you are sending them to a same website. This is what creating different URLs for the same website and making those things on top. So it is not at all a good, right? So this is called doorway pages. Okay, so redirecting to same website when they click on different results in the SCRP. Okay, so never ever create a different URLs and redirect to the same websites. Okay, this is also one of the malpractices. So you might have faced, so I do faced these kinds of issues many times. When I click the second results also, I I been to the same website again. So we do face these kinds of things. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. So this is what here doorway pages means, redirecting all URLs to the same website. So that is what is simply doorway pages. That also we can do. It is also possible with us. So by following the redirections method. Okay. Right. And what is the next malpractice? Duplicate content. Okay. So now I thought that one thing is that Sumit and then Rafi have a same website, right? Why I can't copy the complete Sumit content and paste it in the Rafi's website? Can I do that? The same niche,
No.
right? The same niche.
Google will not allow that.
No.
So if everyone will go and duplicate the content, then how Google is going to calculate the relevancy and how it is going to calculate, yes, this person is good and this person is bad. So how? So if everyone have a same content, right? So that is the reason here you should have a genuine content. Never ever copy the content. And many people have started rewriting also, like content automation. So don't go with the content automation also. It is also malpractice. If you go with the content automation, there will be no meaning. Okay, so
Like
machine
para
will do,
rephrasing.
yes, paragraph rewriting, or else instead of using that word it will use the some synonyms. It would be like completely meaningless. So never ever go with our
Rewriting, we
content.
can use an blog site or forum site
Sorry,
for rewriting. We can use in blog
no,
site or
I'm saying
forum
that
site.
don't do rewriting, not at all required. Okay, so
Okay.
if you don't know how to write a content and you are not good at that, so recruit one content writer, that's it. And one
Okay.
more thing here, so make sure that when you're writing a content, if you are not aware of that topic, so now let us say I'm aware of some digital marketing topic, and I got a client, and which is it consists of completely travel blogs and all. So I'm not good at kind of, I'm not very good at some research on travel blogs and all. So at that time, so better you recruit some content writer who are into that niche, because that person will know everything from scratch to advanced. they can write very well content rather
How do
than
we evaluate these content writers? I mean, like they can also copyright. So how do we evaluate? Is there any kind
yeah,
of
we have
tool?
see, not only Google can find out, even human beings also can find out whether it is a copied content or whether it is original content. So now if I give a, even I recruited one content writer, so I have to know whether she's writing a good content or copyrighted copy content. So I will be checking with the help of some tools. Okay, there are some plagiarism checkers tool. If I insert complete content over that, it will show me whether it is a copy content or it is the original content.
Oh, that's
Simple,
amazing.
simple. So I'm saying, right, SEO is completely tools, tools, tools.
Great.
Okay, right. There are many tools where we can check out whether it is a copied or original. Again, so duplicate content is one of the biggest malpractices.
Ma'am, is it this plagiarism tool, means same tool which they use to prove the thesis, like
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
submit
yeah.
in college and all
Yes, yes.
to
Yeah,
get the
same thing,
degree?
Sorry,
same thing.
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah, in college they use
Mhm.
this tool, I think, to check your thesis.
Check the programs and all.
Check the programs.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. See here, you are from CSE student. You are from CSE background. Sumi,
Yes, ma'am?
you are from CSE background.
No.
Okay, I just want to know. Right. So I'll tell you that tools as well, and I'll give you the list of tools that we can use it for SEO. So now not required because we haven't entered into the content section anyhow. We are just in the basics. I'm recording the session. Right. Okay. So now you came to know that what are the things we should not perform while writing a content. So why? Because it is very mandatory to know. So before getting to content kind of things, so you should know what are the things we should not do. So then you will be more careful and write a content. The next thing. So who will punish us here? So I'm telling you that Google will punish. Then so normally Google won't punish you. So there are some Google algorithms. So these algorithms, basically, these algorithms will be having updates for every 6 months and every 4 months. Okay. So I'll tell you this. Panda update. Penguin update. So call them as algorithms. Okay. So these algorithms are going to update frequently again. So if you an interviewer asks you that what are the updates, so updates are completely different from the Google algorithms. So these algorithms are going to update frequently. Okay.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Update.
Like, what if the interviewer asks?
Okay, if the interviewer asks you about the Google algorithm, say that Panda update, Penguin update, Hummingbird update,
Okay, these are
Pigeon
like
update. Okay, so there is a one more question like updates. Okay, so what are the updates? So we will be having a lot of updates now. January we got some updates. So February we will be getting some updates. So these are the updates released by a Google, and that comes under these algorithms only. Okay, these algorithms are going to update frequently. Okay, so updates means you have to be aware of the updates, what happened recently. So algorithms means just say them about Panda, Penguin, Hummingbird, and Pigeon. EMD update. Got
Ma'am,
it?
long back I heard about this pigeon ranking thing. So this pigeon is related to that thing?
Yes,
or
algorithm. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So Panda update, Penguin, Pigeon are going to update. EMD, one more thing is that mobile. Let me just show you Panda update. So Panda update means, so this update is this algorithm is going to have updates. So whenever the update is going to release, so your website is going to hit if your website consists of a duplicate content. Okay, so if your website is having some duplicate content, this algorithm is going to hit your website simply. So not Google will hit, Google algorithms will hit. Same like we have a Google bots, right? The same way we have some Google algorithms. Then Penguin update. Penguin update means when you have a spammy backlinks, spammy links in your website. So spammy links, that all the links topic we're gonna discuss in the off-page SEO session. Okay, you just remember it as a spammy links. Then Hummingbird update. So Hummingbird means it is not any punishable update, of course. So it gives you the better results. Now, when I search for Sushant Singh Rajput dog, so what type of result it is showing me? Dog death news. So is it showing me like a Sushant Singh death news or else dog death news? Yes, yes.
Sorry.
Sorry, ma'am?
So when I search for a Sushant Singh Rajput dog, okay, so it is showing me the exact dog death results of Sushant Singh Rajput. Am I right?
Yes.
So or else it is showing me Sushant Singh Rajput deaths.
Inclusive of both.
So the priority it is giving to the
It's to dog.
dog, right? So how is it, how Google is finding out our intention exactly? Now if I search with the exact dog, it is showing me dog complete results of dog. So this is what happens with the Hummingbird update. So earlier in 1980s, when you're about to search for kind of Sachin Tendulkar cars, it used to show the complete things of Sachin Tendulkar. So not only the cars, so it used to show the Sachin Tendulkar complete information. Why? Because so earlier there was no any Hummingbird. So here Hummingbird update has been come, and with that update, what happens here? It is trying to give you exact and precise result for the user who is searching for. This is not anyhow. It is not any punishable update. Just it is an algorithm update released by a Google. Okay, so precise and exact result. The next thing is Pigeon update. So now, Ashar, you're from Bangalore?
Hyderabad.
Okay, open your browser and search for Digital Marketing Training Institute. So don't specify any location and tell me what you can see. Who is from Bangalore here? Pramod. Pramod, you're...
Yes.
Yeah. Please search for Digital Marketing Institutes and tell me what kind of results you are seeing.
Okay.
First, I see all the ads.
Okay.
Okay, there are like four ads, and
Okay.
then I see Google Maps along with the
Okay.
directions and all
Stop
that.
there. Google
Yeah.
Maps. So
Yeah.
what is the location you can see over there? So which
Yeah,
location?
It's like detailed location over here, like
Mhm.
Zoro complex above, and if you want, I can go
Okay.
detail.
What is the result? So where the location
Hyderabad,
is simply Hyderabad
nearby
results, right?
areas basically. Yeah.
Nearby areas.
Yeah.
Then what about you, Pramod?
The same thing. It's showing nearby areas of in Bangalore.
Nearby areas of Bangalore. So why the results are different from Pramod and then Asher?
They will do according to location optimization.
Yes, that happens with the help of Pigeon update. So
Okay.
with the help of this Pigeon update only, so you are going to see the location, nearby location. So this Pigeon update is going to give a first priority for the local locations.
Yeah.
Okay, local listings.
Okay.
Next, EMD update. Okay, fine. Real estate business, or else let me say that my website is all about Digital Marketing Training Institute. So if I go with the website like this, Digital Marketing. So do you know domain? What is mean by domain?
Yes.
This is what my domain. Let us assume.
It's a very long name.
Okay, I don't care about it's a long or short. I have taken domain like Digital Marketing Training in Hyderabad.com. Okay, when someone searches for digital marketing training in Hyderabad, so tell me which result it will show.
Show directly to this page.
Directly this website. Why? Why?
Yeah.
Because name.
All the keywords
They
are there.
specified all the
domain only. Yeah.
See
exact
here.
domain
Yeah, I've
name.
mentioned the
First-
complete URL.
I'm not mentioning the URL. I just mentioned like a
Website.
keyword. That's it.
Okay.
Digital marketing training in Hyderabad. No www, no .com. Only the keyword.
Then it will show all the
Click to the
relevant.
page itself.
So direct this website it will show. Why? Because first of all, Google will give you the priority for the website. So it will see that whether that query is included in the domains or not. So now here I am not doing any SEO. So I just have a domain, that's it. And I have some hosting kind of. I just created my homepage with Elementor, fine. So now whenever people searches for digital marketing training in Hyderabad, my website comes up. So I'll be getting a lot of leads.
No,
So
no, no,
again,
you're not coming up.
see here, my competitors, they were doing SEO from past 20 years. They were struggling hard to be on top. And now I just taken the domain like this. And is it good again? Will Google accepts this?
No.
So I have a money. I will purchase a domain. I have a money. I can purchase a hosting. Then what happens with the Google?
Yeah.
Mm,
Useless.
yes.
Everywhere you have to interfere.
So if Google accepts in such a way, everyone will go with these kinds of keywords, right? So without having a content in their websites also, they can easily make their websites on top. It is also one kind of malpractices. Okay. So now here, my domain.
Some people give guarantee. Only 20 days they will make your website in top.
No, it's completely fake. They might get some backlinks to your website, in very short period, but those are fake backlinks. Don't believe that kinds of thing.
Okay.
So your rankings will come up and go back again.
Malpractice.
EMD means simply exact match domain update. Okay. So if your domain is exactly matching with the keyword, then this update is going to hit you. Okay. So what happens
It's wrong?
here? It's wrong. It's completely wrong. That is what.
I mean, like
So if
Facebook is a keyword. If you hit Facebook, obviously Facebook
Facebook
will
is a
appear.
domain. Facebook is a domain, right? It's not any keyword. It's a
Okay,
domain.
now it has become a keyword.
Now it has become a keyword. Now DigiCourse is a domain and Flipkart is a domain. Those are domains. Those are not keywords. So do we have any meaning do we have any meaning for Facebook? Do we have any meaning for Flipkart?
No meaning.
No,
Those are
right?
like
So
names,
it's just a domain, right?
They're kind
So
of brand names, yeah.
yes, they became a brand. That's it. So
became a
before
keyword
starting,
also.
before studying, they haven't known that this much, their brand might become this much big. No. Right. The next thing is the mobile. So make sure that whenever you create a website, so make sure that your website is a mobile friendly. So once you create a website, check with your phone also. So go to your browser and find, type your website and see whether all options are showing in the mobile also. So if it is not showing you any options, it's getting missing. So your website is not mobile friendly. So why? Because it is concentrating on mobile means why? Because here mobile users are many here. So no one have a time to open desktop and search for. Directly they will grab phone and then search for. And if your website is not mobile friendly, then it's completely waste, right?
Yeah.
So make sure that, but all WordPress websites are by default mobile friendly only. You no need to do anything. So it's completely by default. Okay, so make sure that mobile friendly, and we can install some plugins to make our website mobile friendly also. Right, so these are the few algorithms and these are the few techniques we have to follow and few techniques we should not follow. Got it? And tomorrow I will take a very new topic and we'll start writing some content over there, and how to write a content and how to where are these places present, and that all the things I will show you. Okay. Yes. So tell me now, what is the structure of SCRP? Today there will be no task for